this is the beauty. So listen, things are just things. Money's just money. But sometimes things have a special meaning. And let me tell you about this car. When I was 6 years old, I saw my first Corvette. And I was like, wow, that is the coolest car I've ever seen. Now, granted, that was back in 1968, right? But I always loved them. And I said, one day I'm going to have a Corvette. And I grew up and I went in the military and I went to medical school. I did all these things and it just never happened for me. I had 5 kids, had to raise them. And finally, 2 years ago, they came out with this new ZR1 2019, 755 horsepower. And I'm like, that's the Corvette I've always wanted. Now, listen to this. I'd never even ridden in a Corvette because in my mind, I was like, nope, the first one I ride in will be the one I own. And I'll only buy it if I can pay cash for it. So I ordered this from the factory. It has a little sign in there that says it was built for Tim Reynolds, MD. And I ordered it. It took me 6 months to get it. There's only like 500 of these made. And I finally got it. I had to go up and get it. I drive up there. I paid cash for the car. I get in and the guy comes around. He sits on the other side and he's showing me how to use stuff. And I start it and it sounds really, really good. Maybe I'll let you hear it here in a second. And he says, you want to take it for a ride? And I said, can I? And he's like, yeah, it's yours. And I was like, see, that was so weird for me. I was literally shaking like this because the representation is from the time I was 6 years old, I'd finally made this dream come true. It wasn't about the car. It was about making the dream come true 50 years later. And that was what this car represents to me, is that I took this idea at 6 years old and all these years later, now I made the dream come true. But you know what? For emphasis, I think you should hear what I heard. That's what making your dream come true sounds like.